Yeah, I just felt really good. But it's okay. I cannot, because of their policy, not show us what I need to show you. And so let's learn, please. All right. So yesterday we were able to create some stuff. And so today we're going to let's learn. We're going to continue with it. We're going to continue with it. So let me please confirm you can see my screen. Confirm you can see my screen. So this was what we did yesterday. This was what we did yesterday. So always remember the rule. Always remember the rule. We said that before we create anything, that we need to be able to understand what we want to create, and before we can say we want to, make any sort of progress. For today, this is what we're going to do. All right, listen carefully. We're going to create a form, take information, and then we want to, okay, what should we use? What should we use? What should we use? Okay, so we're going to create this form, and we want to take a situation where we want to ask you if okay, we want to ask you if you're a graduate or an undergraduate. Okay, we want to ask you whether you're a graduate, an undergraduate, all right, that's what we want to do. We want to ask you if you're a graduate or if you're an undergraduate, amongst other things we're taking from the form. And we want to, if you say you're a graduate, we want to send you a different mail. And if you say you are not a graduate, we want to also want your own email to be different. All right. So let's say, okay, let's say there's an empowerment program for graduate and undergraduates. Okay, graduate and undergraduates, just an empowerment program, and we just want to take few information for that empowerment program. So there is an empowerment program, and we want to take information for that empowerment program. All right. So in that case, we're just going to take some information, your name, blah, blah, blah. So let's do as we did yesterday. You're always the one in control. So, but before we start again, sorry, let me quickly record. Okay. Please confirm if you can still see my screen. Confirm if you can still see my screen, please. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Karinade. Thank you. Tino Tenda, well done. Okay, Thank you, Springford. Thank you, Emma. Thank you. All right. So quickly, just like we did yesterday, we said we want to create a form. We'll take the form. Once you fill that form, in that form, we have a section where we're going to ask you if you're a graduate or not a graduate. But we don't want both of you to receive the same email. If you're a graduate, you're going to get a different email entirely. If you're not a graduate, you're going to get a different email entirely. And if you're with me on that, let's quickly proceed. So let's not make it complex. Let's create a data table for it. And I want us to, I want us to, uh, I want us to, uh, I want us to, let's just have 5 or 6 variables. So let's go suggest, please, quickly. Name, blah, blah, blah. What and what should we do? So let me start first. Let me go and create a new table. We're going to create a new table, but before we do that, quickly, know how we do it. We do it together. You guys were amazing yesterday. So let's maintain that energy. Suggest, and then Messi or Itidara or Henry the King or Springforth. Any of them will help us compile. Okay, Tinotenda has given us name, cohort. You select the cohort. Date of birth. Can we just make that? Okay, yeah, leave date of birth. I want us to try something today. Then, yeah, name, sex, graduate or not graduate. Okay. All right. So let me start creating the data table. Please, let's start working together. Those of you that are working together. For those of you that are not, I'm recording, so I'll be able to send you that script later on. So let's call it empowerment. So let's call it empowerment. So that's what I'm calling the table. That's what I'm calling it, empowerment. That's what I'm calling it, empowerment. So let's see what you guys have. Obviously name. So let me add the column. We'll add a column like we did yesterday. So we'll have name. So we'll add column. So I think let's do what we used to do. So let's have first name. This is how I'm putting it this time around. First name, then last name. First name, last name. All right. Okay. Let's see what you guys got. Just 10 seconds, guys. Okay. So I'm seeing, okay, Springford, thank you. Name, email, and age. Let me do those ones first. So next for we add email address, very important, since we're going to be email address. Uh, What could be the issue? Sorry, guys. Sorry, 1 minute. Let me find out what the issue is. Oh, okay. Please, somebody is drawing on our screen. May God have mercy on you in Jesus' name. So we added email address. I think I also saw gender there. So we also added gender. Oh, what's going on today? Come on. Don't do this, man. Okay, network is not. All right. So we do gender. Um, what else is there? Phone number. Can we just let phone number go today? Status. Someone said date of birth. Date of birth. Okay. So we add another one that we call status. Status will be about if you're a graduate or not. And then let me check the comment section again. It's almost a marital status. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I think we can make do with that. We can make do with that. So we have name, email address, gender, date of birth, um, you know, and status. Okay, but for date of birth, let's just do age, right? Let's just do age. So in case we want to use them, we'll just go ahead and use it. Okay. Okay. So please, Tidara, help me type this out. First name, last name, email address, gender, age, and status. That's what we have. That's what we have. Quickly. Oh, I want to add one more. I want to show you something because someone asked a question yesterday. So let me ask. Let's put expectation. I want to show you something. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Tidara, like that. Okay. So now we've created our table. let's be able to go straight up and let's create a workflow. So let's create our form, very easy. We're already used to this. So we call the form empowerment. Call the form empowerment. So we'll say this is an empowerment initiative by, who is honorable on this call? Who should we give that title, honorable? Let me look for somebody now. Nominate. Who should we give honorable? Something now. Who has that politician vibe? Richard said me. Tidote that said the king. Everyone is saying, see, three persons have said Henry the King, Abby. Yeah. Okay, they say Summer Queen. Okay, so let's give, so by Honorable Summer Queen. Okay. This is an empowerment initiative. This is an empowerment. This is an empowerment initiative by Honorable Summer Queen to support youth of her constituency. Summer Queen, don't go there and eat our money. Oh. It's not when we elect you now. You go there that time now. Etidara will be calling you, not pick call again. All right. Mercy say I have faith in her. Better. If she go and misbehave, we'll do her wicked style. We'll give her wicked style. We'll suffer her like this. Her mind go day. Summer Queen Henry say you rigged the election that was meant for his emergence. All right, guys, let's go, please. So let's add the forms. So remember the first thing there was first name. All right, first name. First name, of course. The element type is test input. And we're going to make it required. If we like, we add placeholder. If we like, we leave it, but let's just proceed this time around. The next one is last name. So depending on what you want to do, you can just take full name at once. So it's not compulsory that you must always go first name and last name, okay? What was the next thing? I think we had a section for email address. We had a section for email address, and that should be an email. Then we make it required. So we make it all required. Then there was a section for age. Age, of course, should be a number. And it should also be required. Let me check the list again. It's that, yeah, email address. Okay, gender now. or oh sorry. So let's do gender. So gender. So for gender, we're going to use a drop down. We're going to use a drop down and we're doing male. We're doing female, all right. And then, of course, oh, sorry. So we'll make it required, yeah? Then we add another one where we're going to call, we have gender there. So we're going to have another one that we call, we're going to have another one that we call, so we call this status. And for status, let me use radio buttons. We say for now, we're doing graduate and undergraduate. Okay. Then I think we have another one, expectation. So I added expectation because someone asked something about test area. So let me add expectation today. So for expectation, people want to type. So I want to give them a test area. So I want you to really see how a text area looks like. Expectation. So this is how a test area look like. So if you go down, you're going to see test area. This is a test area. You're going to see it when we run it. Okay. So, all right. I think those are it. I'm also going to change the button label. So the button label right now is submit. So I rather just change it to apply. I rather just change it to apply. Okay. Please, who is writing on the screen now? Have mercy on us. Okay. Please just permit me to stop sharing and I will share again so that I can remove that stuff. Okay. So please, if you're the one sharing, if you're the one writing on the screen, just help us, please. All righty. So are we ready? If you're ready, please ask me to execute. If you're ready, ask me to execute, please. Okay. Okay. So here I am. Let me execute. So can you see my form? Okay. So let me fill up that form. You know the drill. You know the drill already. So let me fill up that form. Okay. So let me use Moscow Digital, but I'll use my email. So first name Moscow. Sorry, I know that's not your real name, but yeah. So let me use the email I've been using before now. So age, let's do 23. Select gender, I do male. Now look at this. I'm doing undergraduate, okay? But look at, do you remember, who can remember the style we use for expectation? Who can remember the style we use for expectation? Thank you. Test area. Test area. Yeah. So this is how test area looks like. So you can see test area. So they say, what's the expectation? I say to finally get my own share of the national cake through Honorable Summer Queen. So that's the expectation right there. And then I submit. Let me just copy this in case my form misbehaves. Yeah, as if I knew. Network is bad. So problem submitting form. So when that happens, as usual, you just go back and execute again. Okay, so I do Moscow Digital. So to get empowered. So that's my expectation. All right, so this time around, the form has executed. So let me go back. So look at it here. Look at it on the right-hand side, which you're already very much familiar with. Okay, which you're already very much familiar with. So you can see that everything on the right-hand side, these were the things I filled up in the form. Okay, so I'm going to pin it so that I can be able to use it to test some other things. All right. So I just pinned it down so I can be able to use it to test some other stuff. Okay. Thank you. So let's I'm closing it. So remember what we said. We said that if once we finish doing this, that we want to be able to send something entirely different to those who are graduates and something different to those who are undergraduates, all right? Because of that is a logic, all right? It's a logic. So you're going to say, if you're a graduate, then this is the email I want to send. If you're not if you're an undergrad, this is what I want to send. So having said that, if you check here, now, you can search for if and you will see something like this. So we use the if node. Please, everybody type if node. We use the if node. All right. So I will select it. Please pay attention. You know, most of you, when you were in school, you ran away from um, some computer science courses like Fortran and all of that because you didn't like coding. So please just pay attention to what I want to share with you. All right. This is logic and you have to understand it, but it's pretty simple. So if you check here, what you're going to see for the if is conditions. We can add more conditions, but let's just start gradually. This place, right? Remember that the user will have to tell us if he or she is a graduate. Okay, that's what you want to use as your logic. So what we're going to do is to say, please, oh, if the status or whatever we call that variable, so I just mapped it now, if the status, let me delete it and do it again. So see, we're saying that if this status, that's what you want to do. So I drag it and I put it here in the place you're seeing value 1. So now you can now see, let me delete it again and do it again. See, there is value 1, there is value 2. Then there is this place, you have this stuff. You will see is equal to, all right? So you will see for numbers, you will see a whole lot is equal to, you will see exist. For strings, you will see exist, does not exist, is empty. Depending on the condition you want to use. Depending on the condition you want to use. But since we want to say that if it is, let's say, graduate, we can now say we drag status and put in value 1. And we say if that status is actually equal to what's value 2, so we say graduate. So we type it as a plain text. All right, if it is graduate. So if this status is graduate, that's what we mean by when I drag the status and I paste it here. So if the status is graduate, okay, if the status is graduate, that's all. No too much stress. So you know that there will be two things there, true or false. True or false. So if is a graduate, then it's true. If status is not a graduate, then it is false. If status is a graduate, it is true. If status is not a graduate, it is false. All right. Now, let me remove it. I want to remove it and ask us something so that some of us that are already confused might begin to get clarity. Now, let's say it is not status that we're doing. Listen, let's say for this form that we're filling now, just pay attention. That what we actually wanted to do, we want to say after filling it, if your age, listen, if your age is greater than 30, we will send you a mail and tell you that, okay, you've qualified for employment. And if your age is less than 30, we'll say you've qualified for a scholarship. Listen carefully. Someone should help us write it down. If your age is greater than 30, employment. If your age is less than 30, scholarship. Someone help us do that. Type it in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you. So now, so you see, now we're no longer using status, we're using age. Thank you, Chichi Jeremiah. I like the way you wrote it. So just listen, everyone. Thank you, Destiny. Thank you, Chris Nelson. Thank you, Mercy Kafayat. Tinotenda, Johnson, Temi, thank you, thank you. Ngozi, thank you, thank you. Henry the King, thank you. All right, so we're no longer talking about status now. So let me ask you, what am I going to map to value one? Let me see if you understand. Based on this new condition we want to do now, what will I map to value one? Tinotenda has given us answer. Age, age, Karinade, age. Aha, you people got it now. So age. So I will map age to value one. Listen carefully. Then remember what we said. We said if age is greater than 30. So here, we're going to go to number, but what are we going to select? Are we still going to say equal to? Thank you. Is greater than. That's it. Then what are we going to put here? 30. That's all. That's all. So you've gotten it, Abi? Nice people. So let's get back to work. So let's bring back what we had before. Sorry. So is string equal to, we brought status here. And we say graduate. And you have to be very careful though, because you know this graduate is a drop down. So we have to write it carefully the way we wrote it before. So guys, we're done. We're done. Listen carefully. We are done. We are done. So before I will execute it, I want to refill my form. I want to do graduate this time. Let me go and refill that form very quickly. So let me refill that form. So I'm using graduates now. Expectation, we go flex, Honorable Queen Money. All right. So we've submitted it. So let's go back here. So look at it. Everything done. Everything done. I'll pin it. All right. So let's come back to this guy now. So everything is like that. Now let me execute. Please pay attention. Pay attention. I will execute. Look at it. Node executed successfully. Now you will see two things. There are two branches. Please pay attention. There are two branches. Look at on the right hand side. Look at where my mouse is on the right hand side. There is true branch and the false branch. There is true branch, and because it is true, remember we said if status is equal to true, and the form I filled, look at it here. Let me highlight it so that you see. Look at this place. This place. When I filled the form, I selected graduate. Look at the left hand side. So when I execute it, because the status is true, because it's graduate, that's why the true branch is what. If you go to the first branch, it's empty. Look at it, it's empty. Okay. So I've executed. Now look at how my stuff looks like. So the if comes with two things, true or false. It comes with two things, true or false. Okay, let me just drag, let me extend these guys later so that we'll have space. So remember we said we want to send an email. So what do I search for? Help me, help me, help me. What do I search for? Okay, Gmail. And on Gmail, what should I select? Thank you, Tinotenda. Gmail, then select send message. Thank you. So I select send message. Look at send message here. So let's go, let's go. Let's not waste time. So everything here we already know. So who are we sending it to? We're mapping, right? Yes, to email address. Thank you. So we drag email address and put there. Thank you. Um, so let's say empowerment update. All right, empowerment update. So let's say that's what that's going to be. Okay. What will be our email type? Guide me, guide me, guide me. Test. Thank you, Mercy. Test. So let's craft a message. Let's craft a message. So if we're going to map, like if we're going to customize the message, is it going to be on fixed or expression? Thank you, Mercy. Ngozi, well done. Thank you. Chris Nelson, thank you. Karina Day, thank you. Oh, all right. Kenneth, well done. Favor, I see you. So let's do this. So let me click on expression. So if I like, I just expand it a little bit, let it come out big. So we can say, dear Moscow, dear Moscow, you have been selected by Honorable Summer Queen to be empowered with 1.5 million naira as a graduate. So I will drag status and put here. Okay. So I will say confirm that you are okay. Okay. Henry King said to be a beneficiary of the empowerment. Okay. You have been selected by the team lead of the Honorable Summer Queen Empowerment Initiative. To be empowered with 1.5 million naira as a graduate. Confirm that you are 24 years old. So put the age there. Confirm that you're 24 years old. And a male living in Nigeria. And a male living in Nigeria. Congratulations. Congratulations, Moscow. And good luck. Say kind regards. Kind regards. Who are we going to use now? Nwaiwu. Nwaiwu Michael. Nwaiwu Michael. Team lead. SQPI. Aha. Okay. Why would Michael say na so? uh, okay. Henry the King say, who be their gate man? Don't worry, I will announce their gate man very soon now. All right, so thank you. So you can see. So just to make sure, of course. So we're done with this. I close it. That's the message. We remove our attribution. We remove our attribution. What else? Sender name. We'll have to add the sender name. So we say, let's say Nwaiwu from, what did we even say that it is? No, it's supposed to be E, not P. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sender name. Okay, Nwaiwu from. Okay, cool. So we're done with all of that. So please remember that this form I filled, please permit me to copy this thing so that for the other one, oh boy. Uh-oh. All right, so that the other one will be easy. So remember that the email we created now is if it is true. All right, if it is true. So let me execute. So look at it, it executed successfully because of course it's graduates and all of that. So look at it. So you can see, let's go back to the email. You know, these are the reasons why. Look at it here. The email came. Nwaiwu from this. Dear Moscow, just like we typed it, you know, it came clean. Amazing. So let's go back here. So this is if it is true. So what will happen if it is false? We need to also add the email because if it is false, in this case, we want it targeted to undergraduate. So we'll do that very quickly. So we'll come here, we expand this guy. We pick the email drop here. What did we use here before? I think empowerment update. So we do here as test. So sorry. So I will just paste, all right? The only thing that is changing here, of course, yeah. Okay, thank you. So for undergraduates, they say we should not give them money. They say we should give them scholarship. You've been empowered with a scholarship. Aha. It's Onogen that said it to. So they say we should not give students money. What would they use money to do? They have to concentrate with their studies for now. So to be empowered with scholarship as an undergraduate, by the way. Aha. Yeah. Let me say full. So that's how they used to say that thing. Full funded. Aha. Yeah, full funded scholarship. Okay. All right. So that is done. That's done. We didn't change much because it's like the same thing. The only thing we're changing is what we're giving to them. And of course, so these two set of persons should, depending on what they fill up. We did. Messi, we did. It's still there. Let me show you. The mapping is still there. Oh, sorry. Look at it here. All these mappings are still there, very active. It- okay. So let's be on the safe side because I'm seeing I'm seeing a different story there. Okay. Uh, that's status. Uh, that's age, gender. Okay. Thank you, Messi. Thank you. All right. I turn off attribution. I go to sender. Okay. Yeah. Sender. We said Nwaiwu from. All right. So we're done. Now watch at this. Please, everybody watch. I want to execute. No, 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 no. Mercy, no. What you're dragging, it doesn't matter if what is there now is graduate or undergrad. What you've dragged is the status. Remember that you're not even going to know the thousands of people that will fill the form. So you're telling me that whatever it gives to you, if it is graduate, you've already written what should happen if it's graduate. Now you're writing if it is not graduate, that's false. Okay. So now you will see what will happen. Remember that the form we filled, what we have here is graduate, right? The form we filled, what we have here is graduate. Now, look what will happen if I execute, because this one is for false. So look at what will happen. Just check down here. It says the execution took a different path and didn't reach this node. This typically happens with conditional nodes like if or switch. It didn't. They say it didn't reach this node. Look at it. Check down here. You'll see the write-up. Let me execute again so you see it. Look at the bottom right corner. You see it. Right? So it is because the status is graduate. All right? The status is graduate there. And this one is for false, which is if it is not graduate. So since this person that filled this form selected graduate, this one cannot run. Okay, it can run, but you're done. You've set it up. So look at both of them now. We'll set up for true. Look at it. And we've also set up for false. Okay. So do you know what we do? Let's start again. Let's fill the form completely. Let's fill the form again. This time around, we'll select undergraduate and see what will run. So this time around, so I'm selecting undergraduate. Please watch. I'm selecting undergraduate. So let me apply. So the form is successful. Let's go back. Look at it. So remember now, what we selected there is undergraduate. So let me pin it and let's go back. Now let's go and execute. Let's go and execute the if. So let me execute the if. Now watch. So if you notice for the if now, the true branch, there is nothing there anymore. What is there now is the false branch, because we said here that if status is graduate, which is, so if it's graduate, it should be true. If it's not graduate, it should be false. And the status is not graduate. That's why the information came to false. So, and if you check now, look at it. It is the first line that is green, no longer the true line. The true line is not green. It can't run. Okay? The true line is not green. And so if I go to that one now and execute it, you know it was not running before, but look at it now. It's running. Workflow executed successfully. Workflow executed successfully. Okay. All right, please. Do we have any question on this? Please ask. Do we have any question? Do you have any question? Please ask. Let's see what we can do in the next few minutes remaining. Yes, now it is working like this. It's happening like this now because we've not published. That's why we execute node by node. Once we publish, once we fill the form, everything happens automatically. Okay, Messi, what a placeholder is let me show you what a placeholder is. Let me show you what a placeholder is. Let's go back to form. So let's assume that in this form now, we want to add another element. This is what a placeholder is. Can you see this thing they wrote here? What is your name here that we're supposed to type in something? That's what a placeholder is. That is, you just put it there to tell the people what you're expecting, but it's not actually active. Like in our previous examples, 2 days ago, I will do e.g. Moscow Digital. It's just to tell you that this is what I want. Or you can just type in there, enter your name. But it's going to be faint like this one you're seeing here now. But the user will not. Okay. No, you cannot. Etidara, you cannot because you're building the automation now. You're building the automation. There's no magic. You are the one that wants to make the work easier. You have to do the work yourself. So you have to sit down and make sure that everything is working good. There's no shortcut to it. All right, guys. Now, let me show you something. I want us to see something else. Um, so see, what if, just listen, what if for the form, let me show you now. Where is that place we have that graduate, blah, blah, blah. Status, fine. This place that we have this graduate, undergraduate, what if there is another option? Just as an example. Let's say there's an option that says, just as an example, please, employed. Okay. Employed. And let me even say, Etidara say dropout. No, that's a negative word. Okay. So let's just say employed. Okay. Aha, someone just gave me something. Jambyte, yeah. So let's say Jambyte. Okay. So look at this. So I have 4 things. Please listen. This is going to be a little bit confusing. So just pay attention. Okay. Right now, it's not affecting anything we've done. Okay. It's not affecting anything we've done. But I have to execute steps so that I can have it ready. Just this will only take but a minute. So you see now, I have a couple of options. Okay. I want you to understand something. I hope you know that if I select any of these 3, undergraduate, employed, or Jambyte, the email I will get is the email through the false route. Because we said if status is graduate, send this. But if it is not, all right, you say if it is not, that means if it is any other thing. Okay, but let me show you. What if we want those for graduates and employed to receive the same email. All right. What if we want those for graduates and employed to receive the same email? Okay. Pay attention to this. This is what I filled in. So we're going to rework this guy. Not so much. We say we want. Yes, thank you, Messi. That's correct. We go to it and add another value. So where we have conditions, so you know where you're doing certain conditions, it's okay, if it is this, then we can send this. Like we want to put all the things, and so that if you don't fall into any of this one, you get a different email, right? So in this case, we can add another condition and still do the same thing. So we can say if status is equal to employed, but you cannot leave it as and. You're going to leave it as or, because you're saying check if the status is graduate or if it is employed, then do this. All right. And means it must be both of them. And you can use that if you're using a checkbox, not a drop down, because I can only select one. I can only select graduate, employed, undergraduate, or JAMBite. But if it's a checkbox, the people can check more than one. So you can decide to say, okay, if it is this and this. But here you use or. So you're saying, oh, if it is graduate or employed, then it's true. But if it is not any of this, it's false. Okay, so of course, Nnemeka, if you want each of them to get a different email, then there's no need to add it here. You just leave it the way it is, because you've already mapped it. If you put employed, you will receive the email you're going to receive will be employed. So that's actually what it is. So you can see node executed successfully. Yeah. So you can see the stuff that is actually active there is false. Okay. That's actually what's active there. False. Yes, now it will send email because we crafted an email for those who are not graduates. We crafted an email for them. Happen. All right. Very quickly. Let's look at something now that will eventually harmonize tomorrow. Let's look at something now that we're going to harmonize tomorrow. Let's see if we can do that in some 20 minutes, I guess. Oh, I don't want to publish this, but yeah, I don't want to publish. So let me go to new workflow quickly. Now, this is what we want to do. Kenneth, we said if they are not graduates, it's false. Because you said if status is graduate, that's true. So if it is not graduate, then it's false. Favor, I can't understand what you're saying. Snap it and send to my WhatsApp. I will check it here. Etidara, please, I'm asking you to unmute, so you ask a question, but do it very fast. I want us to be able to introduce this, so I can hammer on it tomorrow. I'm asking you to unmute, Etidara.
Okay, and thank you very much, sir. So I wanted to ask, based on the one that you did, so The two Gmail that are there, you know that one is showing green light. So now the other one that's not showing green light, does it mean that that one is not active? Like, I'm just confused in that
Yes,
aspect.
now, yes. It's not active. He's telling you that that's the one it followed. Don't you get?
So now anybody now that fill the form now as the other one that's not active, so they won't get any
No.
message
That one
or
is not active based on what me I filled. Wait, let
I'm
me go
confused.
back so you understand. Just give me a minute. Look at it now. Oh, look at this. What did I fill here? Undergraduate, right? Wait. Look at it now. Undergraduate, is it not? Etidara, are you there? On mute. Hello, Etidara. Someone queen, can you unmute her, please? The network push her out. Ah, that's bad. Oh.
okay, I'm with you, I'm hearing you.
Okay. So you know that this form I filled. The thing is, you that is working on this automation, you're taking yourself to be like one user. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Etidera, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, so just respond to me so I know you're following. So I'm acting as a user. And what did I feel
I
here?
can hear you, I can hear you.
I feel undergraduate, but our logic said if status is equal to graduate. So since me, I feel undergraduate, that's why the false is what is active. If another person I will share this link with feels graduate, it is the one for graduate that will run for that person. You're not coming to do anything. You've already set it up. See,
Okay.
let me show you. Wait, let me change it to graduate so that you see what I mean. So look at it now. I'm selecting graduate. That's because I'm just like a user, a normal user. It could be 1 million persons, but me, I just selected graduate. All right, look at it here. I've executed this graduate. By the time I come to my if and execute, because the condition says if status is equal to graduate, and this person that filled now filled graduate, by the time you come here, look at it, is the true that is active for that person. Another person in Sokoto that is filling for undergraduate will get his or her own email through the first channel. You're not coming to change anything. You've already set up your automation. Just that
Okay.
me that is working on it, I can only test with one. So it's either I'm testing with graduate or on. That's why I did for graduate, set up the true. I now did for undergraduate, set up for false. But now it's working short. Let me publish and I'll share the link with us. So after the class, after the class, I will share this particular link with us so that we'll use it, okay? Okay, Kenneth, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, I think Emmanuel said something very profound. He said, focus on the status input. Yeah, that's it. Just focus on the status input. Oh, Mercy, sorry, I didn't see your message. I'm just checking my other device now. App and Jesui, you get it now. All right, guys. So see what we want to do very quickly. This time around, what we want to do is that so let's think about a customer support system. Okay, we're going to somewhere. So that's why I want us to do this quickly so that it will help us tomorrow. So, but you fill up a form and you tell us what the problem is, okay? And let's say it's a real estate company, all right? It's a real estate company. So we fill up the form and then the customer support, you tell us what the challenge is or your customer request. And then we push it to AI. We push it to AI and AI responds to the message and we send you that response to your email. Are we ready? So a user fills a form, tell us what the issue is. We push that issue to an AI and the AI will give us answer and then we forward that answer to your email. So we're not doing anything. Okay, so let's quickly do that. Let's quickly do that. So I'm not going to be creating a table because I don't want to save it in a table. Oh, by the way, the other one we didn't even save it in the table. No. Let's do that. Because we created a table. Let our energy not waste. Let our energy not waste. Oh, God, I beg you. I would have loved to. Okay, let me add data table right there. Okay, don't worry. I've published it. Don't worry. I've published it. So let's not overstretch. So quickly, let's collect the form. Let me do that very quickly. So let's call it customer request. Customer request form. We are here to serve you and ensure that you have an awesome experience. Okay. So quickly, I'm just going to add, we're just going to do name this time around. So let's just do name. So we're just going to do name. Mercy, please check now. In this one, I want to add placeholder. So you see how placeholder looks like. So let me say EG. So EG Mercy, all right? So you can see. So you see how it will appear when we run the form. Okay, thank you, Kafaya. Kafaya said we should do phone number quickly. We'll make it required. And then we'll give a placeholder again. So we'll give it an example, which is 0903 064 3105. Makes sense? Then so we'll say let's just say, okay, so let's just do gender. I think that's okay. Can do gender. For gender now, we can do let's do drop down this time around. So we do female, and then we do male. Okay. So now we can now add the customer request, okay? So we can now say customer request. Aha. So inquiry. I'm using what Kafayat is sharing. Inquiry, request, or complaint. Okay. Or complaint. Yeah, thank you. So we're going to use test area, of course. Thank you, Messi. So we're using, where's this guy? We're supposed to, yeah. Okay. So we have this, and then we have placeholder. Okay, no need. Let's just leave our placeholder in this one. Okay. So yeah, we're good. All right. Let me turn off attrition. Button label. What's there is submit. Yeah, submit is fine. So let me execute very quickly. Okay, so let me just use so Kafayat. So gender female. Now, depending on what the inquiry is, say I want to know, do you do land banking? Okay. Remember, we say we're doing this for like a real estate company. Okay. We're doing this for a real estate company. So I say, do you do land banking? And I submit this guy. Very simple. Done. So look at it here. Okay. I pin it. Okay. Okay. So now remember what I said. I said we want to be able to pick this information and feed it to the AI and tell you what to do. Okay. So I will come here and you can search for OpenAI. Please, everyone, pay attention. Search for OpenAI. When you get to OpenAI, we'll select message. There are other options there, but you already know what's up. If it's an image, then I will select analyze image. If we want it to generate an image, that's what we'll do. So we'll select message a model because we want to. All right. Now, what I'll be showing you tomorrow will be how to connect to OpenAI. But for N and N provides you with 100 free OpenAI API credits because calling up APIs are not free. So they give you 100, so you can claim it, very simple. So that's what is going to be on your credentials until you connect a new credential, okay? So I have 100 of such credit and we have to make use of it judiciously. So we have the resource as test. Operation is message model. Now, for the model, let's do GPT-5 mini. Okay, I might explain some of those tomorrow as well. Now, our message is a text. That's what we want. Now, there are three things. I'm going to take some minutes tomorrow to explain these three: user, assistant, and system. So when we're creating what we're going to be creating tomorrow, you'll be able to understand the difference between user, assistant, and a system. Okay. So, but for now, I'm going to select assistant. So if you check there, you even see the explanation. User, send a message as a user and get a response from the model. Then assistant, tell the model to adopt a specific tone or personality. All right. And then system, usually used to set the model's behavior or context for the next user message. So you're also going to see when we're going to use this. All right. So I'm going to be using assistant. Okay. I'm going to be using assistant. And in this case, we're going to craft the prompt. And because we're just doing this stuff, it's just for us to be able to tell it to act as a real estate consultant, blah, 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 or a realtor or top-notch marketer, blah, 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 working in a real estate company, that does this, and this. So we describe the things that the real estate company is doing and all, and then we can now specifically tell it to respond to social messages and what have you. So somebody should try to craft a prompt and I will modify it. Messi has given us a clue. Act as a sales consultant in a real estate firm or a customer care. Yeah, sorry, that should be a better thing. Act as a professional customer care representative for a real estate company. So go ahead, craft something. We've done prompt engineering, so you guys are solid now. Give me, give me, give me. Where are they now? Where are they? Give me prompt, guys. All right, so let me just use something as simple as what Temiolu has sent. Okay. So let me use that and then I'll modify it just to add some stuff to it. So um, said act as so we can just add things like that attends to customers' requests or needs anything that involves real estate. Okay. So we can just add things like we can say number one, come on. Number one, we can say or we can say determine number one, the category of the issue. Determine number one, the category of the issue. Number two, in customer care, there's what we call priority level. So determine the priority level. What more? Okay, let's say a helpful response that can be sent to the customer. Okay. So we can, we learned about format, right? Output format. So let's also give it an output format, maybe. All right. We can ask it to return the result in a structured format as follows. It is, let's say, category, priority, summary, sorry. What else? Okay, of course, it should give us the final response. And so we can say customer's name. So what will be the customer's name? So the customer's name should be the name, the customer, so that whatever he wants to do, okay. Then so let's say we can say customer request. So whatever is the customer request, we'll drag it and keep for it here. So let's just use this. I just want us to be real. I don't want us to make it too cumbersome, and so you don't get. I want you to always have that confidence in you to be able to do whatever. Okay, so I have that. Can I go ahead and execute now? Yes or yes? Okay, so here we go. So look at it. And if you look down here, you'll be able to see the response it's giving. So summary, Kafayat asks whether we provide land banking services. We do offer land banking and related services, blah, 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 and all that. So it's able to give it to me the way I want. And like what I said, we can be able to now, we can be able to now craft that response. We'll work on that prompt, ask it to craft it as an email. All right. Okay. So we can work on that response. We ask it to craft it as an email. Okay. So we'll say, so we can ask it to return the results in a well-structured email format. In a well-structured email format to be sent to the customer's email as follows, right? So, all right. So while we're waiting for that, so you can see, so it gives me a summary. So, hello, Kafayat. Thank you for reaching out, blah, blah, blah. So you see it's right there. Okay. So we'll be able to look at how we can work with this tomorrow. So that's why I decided to do it today, so that when we do it again tomorrow, you'll be able to follow properly. It will not be completely new. Okay. We'll be able to follow it up tomorrow. Okay. So thanks everyone for tonight. Please confirm, did you learn something at all tonight? Please respond in the chat box. Okay, awesome. Okay. All right. Okay, thank you. It's my privilege. Thank you. So go have a beautiful sleep. For those of you that sleep early, for those of you that are like us, that you're still awake, then you can continue working on something. All right. So good. Do have a wonderful evening, guys. Please let's appreciate all the people that did their presentation today. So by the way, let me stop recording so that the recording can save on time. You people should tell Queen to follow me up to get this record. Okay. Yeah, and please let's do well to appreciate Summer Queen for the amazing, amazing job she's doing and helping this training to run smoothly up to this level. She's been super amazing, hasn't she? All right, guys. So thank you, everyone. I gotta run now. Thank you. I'll see you on the other side. I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night.